Welcome to Avante Jewelry. I'm Vicki, and in this video, we are going to upcycle 2 necklaces. And this video is video number 1 out of 4. 4 videos, and we're going to make something different in each video using beads and components from the 2 necklaces that we're upcycling. What type of necklaces? Well, you'll see. So let's take a look at those 2 necklaces that we're going to upcycle. These are the 2 necklaces that I pulled to start with for this video, the first video of several. As I said in my opening, my goal is to take these 2 pre-owned necklaces apart, thrifted necklaces, and see what I can come up with. As you can see, this necklace has 5 strands. These cream-colored beads are sometimes referred to as white howlite, but they are actually off-white, and they have a brown veining. And these 2 strands are clear, and they are acrylic. And this is just a single strand necklace with some beautiful stones and some small round stone beads. So very pretty. The brown beads are actually agate. At first I thought they were jasper, but then I realized how much I could see through them. So if the stones are translucent, it's a type of agate, but if they're completely opaque, they're jasper. So these are agate. And this one does have a large lobster clasp. This one has a 6-strand component and a lobster clasp. So let's take these apart and get started and see what our first piece of jewelry is going to be. Do you have any ideas? I need some help here. It's time to take these apart. Let's start with this one. This is on, looks like wire. I have a bead that seems to be stuck. Not sure why. I'll just cut that off for now. And I'll set this aside. This is what we have. We have a variety of sizes. The smallest one is 4. This looks like 6. Almost makes it. It's smaller than a 7 and a little tight on the 6. And then this one I was saying about 8. Yeah, 8 millimeter on there. I think that's pretty much all the sizes in here. The oval agate stone is 3 centimeters long by just a little over 2 centimeters wide. 8 oval agate stones and these. Let's take this one apart. This necklace, it looks like it's on a nylon string. So let's just go ahead and cut that. Just cut all of them at the same time. Well, maybe not. It'll be easier to keep them separated and organized if I just take off one shape at a time. So we have those. And we'll check the size in just a second here. We have 2 strands of the round. Quite a few of the howlite beads. Let's check the size on these. 7 or 8. 8 millimeter. And this oblong but faceted bead is 1.5 centimeters long by 1 centimeter wide. The reason I said these are acrylic is because they're very lightweight and neither one is cool to the touch. Not at all. But we can probably still do something with these. Hook. Get back here. Wow, quite a few of these. And these I'll just set aside. This is what we have to work with for this upcycle. We have brown, cream, and clear. So we have the necklaces apart, and now it's time to think about what we're going to make. Any ideas? I need some help here. That could be a necklace, bracelet, earrings, or a pendant. And I have to tell you, I'm not sure where to start. But with that said, I think I will set aside the clear. and work with the brown and cream colors. I'm really liking these together. I'm going to start with some bead stringing wire. It's 49 strand and 0.018. Going to start out with 24 inches, just adding a clip to one end, and just see what we can come up with here for a pattern. And of course I could always work in some other spacer beads and accent beads if I'd like. Okay, what do I want to start with? Well, these are pretty. I have a few ideas for these stones. This one stands out as being very different. In fact, it's got quite a large little scratch in here. I'm going to set that one aside. I'm going to go for three that look like they would complement each other in thickness. Not that they have to be all the same, but that one's a little smaller. Well, maybe I should use the smaller ones. Maybe so for this. That's the smallest one. This goes a little bigger. And this one here, that has a lot of the translucent through it though, so I might set that aside. This one also is fairly thick. Set these aside. Decisions. This one is darker. This one has more white. I don't think you can see the difference in the thickness. I think you can see it there. Two of these are really thick. Then we have a very thin one and a medium one. So that's why I'm setting aside the thicker stones. I'm trying to find complementary stones in similar thickness. I guess it's going to be these three. It's just a matter of which one I put in the center, and I feel like I have to put this one in the center because these have more white. I'm going to take that clip off because I'm going to go ahead and build it working both strands at the same time. I'm not even sure that we need any metal spacer beads in here. I think we can just go with the natural look of the stones. Let's start with a small round bead, the little 6mm. Very tiny. Put one of those on each side. Put a small 4mm on each side of the oval stone. And then since this is the front and the focal point, let's take two of the larger beads. They're all so different, which is the fun part about working with stones. Okay, let's go with this one. The 8mm, let that drop down, and then back to a 4mm. That's what we have so far. Now let's go ahead and add an oval stone to each side. And then back to the 4mm. Now, as you know, your beads and findings are going to be different from mine, but if you just keep in mind the shapes and the size, you can do this too with whatever you have on hand. Let's add the 8mm round bead. Well, you know, the thing is, I'm going to want something to finish up around the neckline, and I'm wondering now if I should have included some of these because I have more of the Howlite than I do of these beads. So I'm rethinking this now. I mean, I could just finish off and see where we end up with this and work the Howlite into another project, but I was going to blend them a little more. So I'm going to change this. I'm going to replace all of the 8mm round beads with a Howlite bead. Okay, let's take a look at this. This is what we have. This is our pattern now. I mean, I did like the dark brown in between, but I'm trying to work in these lighter colors, and I'm not sure if I'm going to work these into this necklace or not. They might show up in another necklace. I'm just going to keep those right there, and I really like the focal point that I've started here. Let's add a brown bead, brown round, 8mm. We can start building another pattern now, and then add the 4mm. Then how can we start mixing this up a little bit? Just add something else to it. If you're enjoying this video, I appreciate a thumbs up. You know, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't done so. And keep watching. There's more. What if we go with the 6mm beads in here. I mean, there's no right or wrong way to make it. It's just whatever you like. I am trying to pull out the howlite that has the most veining in it. I like that brown vein. And then let's go back to the 6mm. Just introducing a slightly different pattern with a smaller bead. Then back to the 4mm. The 8mm brown. The pattern's starting to emerge now. Subject to change. Because that's what we do here. Sometimes when you're designing, you change your mind. Working in some of the light colors. All right, I'm going to go back to the 6mm. Boy, I hope I have enough of these to finish this into a necklace. If I don't, well, I might have to pull out something else and work it in. We'll see. Just double checking here. Oh, I don't want that small one yet. After the 6mm, I want to go back to the howlite. These howlite beads have really large holes in them compared to the stones. Back to the 4mm. Whoops, take two. I'm just going to repeat this pattern and play some music for you, and then I'll check in and see where we are. Nope. A little mistake there. I need to put the 6mm there. Getting low on them. This one is really different from the rest, but it was on the original necklace, so it's going in here too. I'm to the point that I only have one 8mm bead left. I have 2, 6, and then a bunch of 4s. And I think what I'm going to need to do to finish this off is to finish off with all of these small 4mm beads. That's where I am. I'm not sure how many pieces of jewelry we're going to get out of those 2 necklaces. Yeah, it doesn't look like a whole lot, does it? But, you know, we'll see. Because when it's all said and done, I think I do recall saying at the beginning of the video, this is video number 1 out of 4. Let's keep working. So let's go ahead and reserve these. Well, I don't really need to reserve that one, but let's finish off the necklace with these small 4mm beads and see what it looks like. Going to make this about an 18-inch necklace. There's my 9. I still have a little ways to go with some of the small beads. Let's check it. From the inside of the center stone, we are at 18 inches and we still need to add the clasp. So that would put it at about 18 and a half, which should be fine. 18 and a half to 19. I could remove a few beads, but I think it's okay. I'll get a clasp and be right back. And we're going to use a toggle clasp, and I've chosen copper tone, and I'm going to try something new. I bought this magical crimper tool, and I bought the 2mm crimp beads that it calls for. This is by Beadsmith, not sponsored. And I have some copper tone tubes. Now, I have never used this before, but the idea is well, I guess I'll show you what the idea is, but it's supposed to round off the crimp bead. Will it? I don't know. I have no idea. I just have to get this opened and get to the copper. And this pack has, of course, silver tone, gold tone, black, gray black, and the copper. Need 2 of these. Oops, kind of knew that was going to happen. Do you think I could really get just 2 out of the bag at the same time? Let's see here. I'm going to get that clip back on one side here. Sometimes I like to finish with a metal bead at the end. I'm not sure if I have any small ones. I'll check here. I need to get some more copper tone beads in my stash here. Pick up the crimp tube, go through the ring of the toggle, come back through the crimp tube, and you always want to make sure your wire is side by side and not crossed over itself. I need to allow some room for flexibility. I don't know how much room I need to do this, but do you see the little divot in here? Maybe I'm too close to the camera. There's a little divot. When I put it together, I think you see the little round part in the center. That's where we need to crimp this. And we're going to crimp it. It's my understanding that we're going to crimp it 4 times, but we're going to rotate it. So I'm putting this inside that little divot, and my wire wants to cross over itself, so trying to prevent that. I'm going to press it once. Doesn't look real impressive. I'm sure I'm probably going to have to try this more than once to get it right. I'm rotating it away from me, putting it in there again, pressing it. Press is pretty easy. Going to rotate it again away from me, quarter turn, press it, and rotate it again a quarter and press it. It's not round. I don't know what I did, but it's not round. Let me try. You never want to overwork a crimp bead, but it's not looking round to me. Is that round? It's not as pretty as the one they show here, that's for sure. That one is round. I don't know if you can even see that sample in there. I think going a quarter of a turn is too much. I just feel like any time it's going to break. That is not round. I know I'm getting it into that little divot. It's an ugly job. Is it rounder than it was tubular? Well, yes, but that is not round. How many of you have tried this tool, and did you like it or not? Leave a comment and let everybody know. I mean, sometimes I just have to learn how to work with something when it's new. I mean, we all do when it's new. It's not pretty, but is it strong? It is, but it's ugly. It's ugly. I have enough room to start again. Or you just flatten a crimp bead. It's ugly. I can't accept that. Say bye-bye to that one. Do I give it another try? I've had it so long before showing it to you that I can't even return it if I wanted to. I bought it a long time ago. I just kind of forgot about it. Okay, here it goes. I'm going to try one more time. Back through here. Make sure my wire's not crossed. I'm going to look at the instructions again. I'm holding it in the right position. Again, don't want these wires to cross. You know, it really doesn't have any written instructions. It just shows us how to do it, you know, just photos, you know, sketches, diagram, whatever. I'm not feeling very confident, and I keep feeling like my wire's crossing over itself. Who knew that this was going to be the most tedious part? But again, I am trying something for the first time, just like you would be. Take one of my clips and keep that tail from moving around. Now, I can't do this when I get to the other side, but I can most certainly do it here. All right, are we ready? Are we in position? Center it up and press. One press. Looks a little better. Rotate it away from me. Basically, it says do 4 sides. It's not quite round, and I can't even tell anymore where I'm supposed to press it. How about here? You know, I do wonder if you're rounding it and then unrounding it every time you turn it around. It's much better, much better than my first one. I'm just turning it in here. All right. I think it's doable, but it sure doesn't look like the little sample in here. It's not pretty like that one. Let's push the beads. If I can keep that wire through the beads. Pull on it, make sure it's not going anywhere. Push the beads down. Oh, who knew that was going to be the challenge here? Okay, we've got to do another one. Oh, I have to get another one out. Just one. Pick up the crimp tube, put it through the loop on the toggle part, the bar, toggle bar. Come back through the crimp tube and through at least one bead. You can do 2, but and then just pull on that until you tighten it up. I'm going to run my hand down through it one more time. You do want some flex with it. And I'm allowing a little space between the toggle and the crimp tube. But I think as soon as I start using this, I can slide it to the right just a little bit. Just trying to get that in there. One press. Rotate. I guess I'm going to try to do the back side too. One press, and then on the what now looks like the sides, I'm going to put that in the divot. Press. I could really feel that one pressing, and then the other side. It's really hard to explain other than you're just basically pressing down on it 4 sides. And if you feel it move, well, then it's doing something. I mean, how many times do you have to press it to get it to round? Let's test it. It's good. I'm going to stop. I guess it looks a little better than just a flattened crimp bead, or crimp tube cut. Well, now, I got it. I don't think it looks like what it shows on the packaging, but we do have our toggle clasp on our new necklace. Let's take a look at what we made from the agate and howlite necklaces. So what do you think of the necklace that we made? And of course the agate stones are reversible, and I think they're just beautiful. I did like the original necklace, but I like this a lot better. How about you? Be sure to leave a comment and let me know. At the end of the video, look for my QR code for my display, tools, and supplies. I'm sure you don't have the same necklaces that I started with, but you might have some beads in your bead stash that are similar in shape or size. And besides, as you know, my videos are for inspiration. That's what it's all about. This finishes up part 1 of the 4-part series for the agate and howlite upcycle, so be sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on the remaining videos. Altogether, I made 4. In the next video, what do you think we need to make to go along with this necklace? Thanks for watching. I'm Vicki, and I'll see you in the next video.